Hello, everyone, and welcome to our universe.
The CayVin Universe.
Oh, yes, we are your host. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Caylin.
As always, you can follow us at the CayVin Universe on social media.
And you can email us at thecayvinuniverse@gmail.com.
Oh, yes, and then don't forget YouTube coming soon.
Yeah. Really soon.
Yeah, we kind of jinxed ourselves last episode, and then we, kind of ran into some, kerfuffles or whatever.
What?
I don't know. Kerfuffles. Ran into some kerfuffles. You know, I don't even know what that is. Ran into some problems, people. Okay, so we're just gonna not talk about it anymore until we actually are on YouTube. Then we'll tell you, hey, we're on YouTube. Yeah, so we'll stop talking about that. Other than that, no other plugs, no other sponsors. Get all that stuff out the way. We're just gonna go ahead and right into the episode. So what are we talking about today, babe?
So today we're gonna be talking about the craziest Mandela effects.
Oh yeah.
This was my idea, so I'm pretty excited to talk about it.
Yeah, I am too. Here I'm gonna. Well, when we get started, I need to turn this fan off.
Oh,
this fan.
What do you mean
started? Well, when you start talking, I'll turn the fan off.
Just turn it off right now.
Okay.
You just told everyone we're gonna get straight into the episode.
I know, and then I look up in this fan.
Yeah, I just turned it high because I was high when hot when I came back.
Yeah. Where are you now? Jokes, people, jokes. We'll keep all that in.
Okay.
People want the raw live stuff. When people want a raw dog podcast, where you're gonna get a raw dog podcast, people. Oh shit! What are we talking about? All right, let's get started. So basically, what is a Mandela effect?
You explain that because I didn't even really fully understand Mandela effects until we talked about it for the first time.
So there is an actual definition to. Oh, my phone just died. Great. So there is an actual definition of it, but it's okay, so let's just say the definition is it's always explained as a phenomena, as a phenomena that happened. It's basically this phenomena is proof. Okay, so because the reason why I'm split on the definition is because you can look at the definition in two ways. Because conspiracy theorists look at the definition as these misunderstandings that that we see. It could be in anything. It could be in everyday objects. Could be in logos. Could be in movies. Could be in music. Mm-hmm. That a large group of people that essentially are strangers to each other. It could be me, and 20 other people here in San Antonio, and then it could be a million people, upstate, or a million people in Canada. It could be, so these large groups of, people, strangers spread out throughout the world, remember a certain event in a certain way, and then when they look into it, it turns out it didn't happen that way. Yeah. Or something
That's
changed.
A good way to put it.
It's but then you look at it as the other way, which is it's just false memories. Essentially, it's we remember things differently in the way that we that we think that we do, because essentially it's crazy how it's our memory is not, it's not just one string. Mm-hmm. The longer we have of a memory, it's you're stringing your brain to a memory stem that stems from that memory. So it's every time you think about it, something could be off. Mm-hmm. Because you're not thinking of the original memory anymore. You're thinking of memories of the original memory.
That's
it's crazy.
Brain works,
yeah. So it's imagine it like a web. The more times, the longer time goes, and maybe the more times you recall a memory, the closer you get to the original memory. But like I said, as time goes on, that's almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just get, the web just gets further and further away from the center of the actual memory.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I see the way I explain that and the way I think about things. I'm leaning more towards that's what the Mandela effect is. But if you want a legit definition, it's this phenomena that, like I said, that happens, where certain strangers think one thing and it's not. And because of that, they think that it's proof of alternate realities, that we live, that we're constantly living and changing in alternate realities. Because you got to remember, when people think of alternate realities, they think there's a reality where I have 3 eyeballs and I'm an alien. It's not exactly. There could be realities that, if there are other dimensions of realities, it could just be just like this. Yeah. But just a couple things are off. Yeah. A couple things are different. It's it's crazy.
Yeah, and it is crazy, and it makes you wonder why do people even think these other ways, if it's set this way? There's a reason why some people think it's one thing and it's really the other.
Right. Yeah, and the fact that it's all strangers and different groups of people. Do you want me to turn the fan on a little bit higher? Yeah, okay, I'll just turn it on. Really. Well, before we get into any actual examples of Mandela effects, I do want to talk about that it's you could look at it from the way that all this is just, it's just the brain. It's just the brain playing tricks. It's just the brain having, you know, like we said, false memories.
Yeah.
But the facts that it happens so sporadic, so many different people in so many places at so many times.
In so many different ways.
It's
like
exactly, so many examples.
Talked about like the category, how there's in entertainment and then how there's everyday life.
The whole theory of like false memories and stuff, you can use it heavily on like music, because there's lots of, you know, Mandela effects in music. One of my examples, well, I only have one example of music, because this one example of this song is actually like mind blowing to me. But other than that, when you hear certain songs and, you know, maybe you mix up a the with the a or of or something like that, it's like that can happen to anyone at any time. It's like we can all, not only can we mishear songs, like, oh, you think you heard something but you really didn't. You could not hear parts in the song. You could hear like basically like, you know, the singer says 2 words and then you miss the next few and then you get the next 2. Sometimes your brain, without you even knowing, your brain just sees, okay, there's that, so your brain automatically strings it together by putting a the whatever filler it needs in front of it. And
which
then
I have a couple of examples of that.
Exactly. And then your brain automatically thinks, oh, that's how it is, because without you even knowing, your brain strung that together, because your brain basically got, you know, a third or, you know, maybe 3/4 of everything. It's like, oh, I'll just fill in the rest. And it's like, it's just crazy, and then that gets stuck in your mind, and then forever you think like, oh, that's how it was. You know, so
that's how it starts.
So you can do that a lot in music. And another thing too, if anyone has any gaming Mandela effects, please let us know. You know, email us, send us messages, because I looked forever and ever on gaming Mandela effects. I couldn't find really any good ones. I
have mine actually split up in categories, so I found like quite a few movie ones, so I wrote those and put them all together, and then I just did like some random ones.
Okay. So, well, you want to get started on the examples?
Yeah, so I'll just start with the movies. The first one I have written down is from 101 Dalmatians. So this one goes back to the way Cruella de Vil spells her name. Have you heard this one? So a lot of people, which honestly this one got me because I didn't even know this. So it's Cruella, right? And then de Vil, people are thinking it has an extra L-E at the end, when it's really just V-I-L. Yeah, so it's D-E-V-I-L, but people think V-I-L-L-E.
Yeah, because, see, that sounds better. Like,
it does sound better, and it looks better.
Or yeah, that's what I mean. It looks better when you like. Because now that I'm thinking about the spelling, that would look better. So wow. Do you have any other like animation or movie ones?
Animation, no. Or actually, I do have one here from. People think it's Mirror Mirror on the Wall. What movie is that from?
Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella?
So is it Sleeping Beauty?
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
But I know the reference. I know the Mandela Effect.
Okay. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So you know the way it's supposed to be said.
Because everyone knows Mirror Mirror on the Wall, who's the prettiest of them all, or something.
Who's the fairest of them all?
Yeah, but see, everyone remembers prettiest of them all, right?
Okay, maybe that's another one, because it's actually not Mirror Mirror, it's Magic Mirror.
Magic Mirror. See, and that's another thing. That's perfect, because I have an example of that too, where when I was writing one Mandela Effect, I was like, it was saying like the differences, and I was like, no, but I also remember people think of it as this way too. So
see, that's why I was like, wow, like you just pulled a different Mandela Effect from the one I had down. That's crazy. Like
the web, man, there could be so many different versions. That's crazy. It's not just like one or two alternate realities, you know. It could be multiple. It's crazy.
Let's see.
Or we just everyone's brain is just, you know, we're all the same, you know, species essentially. Maybe we just all essentially have that cog in our brain that makes us remember things.
Sometimes I wonder too, like with these Mandela effects, is it my brain tricking me, or is it my eyes? Because you could see it a different way and not think of it a different way, you know.
Yeah, because there's lots of times like you read something and you just like read it fast. You know, there's lots of times I read something fast and I think it says one thing and it doesn't. It's like, you know, like a whole thing about like that's one thing I don't like a Mandela effect when people talk about like logos, certain logos, like the Ford logo and the Target logo. Like,
is it like saw the Target one?
Is it like 2 rings or 3 rings? It's like it's not the fact that we remember one thing versus so there's the fact nobody fucking pays attention to that shit.
We just
like,
go to Target.
So then we're like, oh, I think it's that one. Like, because no one, we go to Target all the time, or we go to Walmart, no one actually sits there and just stands at the logo and like, oh, there,
pays attention.
That's a nice little Target. Oh, Target, I get it. Ha ha ha. No one does that, you know. But
wow.
Yeah. Okay, so another movie one I have is Silence of the Lambs, of course. So that this one actually I have two.
Yeah. You good over there?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. So of course, the famous scene, we've even heard it in like The Office and things like that. They've even referenced it. Both of these they've referenced in songs, they've referenced in shows, The Office, South Park, a lot of these. Yeah. And first of all, it's when God, I just call him Hannibal Lecter. But anyway, when he says hello Clarice, he doesn't actually say that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that people thought. And even I've seen the movie before, and I would have thought that it was that.
Yeah, and he just says good morning.
Good morning.
But everyone remembers hello Clarice for some reason.
And was this the scene where they first met?
Yeah. Yeah, that's when she's first going to like interview him.
Yeah.
Right?
So how would he have known her name?
That's true.
Wow. Do you think of that?
Or was was it that part? Yeah, might have been.
I think, yeah.
Shit.
Good morning. Good morning sounds better to me because if it was their first meeting, how would he know who she is?
Wow. Well, when I was writing these, the last time I seen these movies, I was like a teenager. So
me too.
I was thinking we should go back and watch this because they even made like a prequel one that was just called Hannibal Lecter, and it was about him as like it wasn't the same actor obviously, but it was like him as like a younger and like if I remember, this might be a Mandela Effect, but I remember that he had like a brother in the movie and he like kills his brother. I might be thinking of a totally different movie or something, but I vaguely remember that.
And what do you think it's called?
It's just called a Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was another one I saw, but it had like, it was based in the future. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Really? I need to look it up. I don't remember the name, but it was Clarice, but like future, like after they had already like captured him and everything. Yeah. Or that storyline was over. It continued somehow.
Oh, with her.
It was crazy. Now this is going to bother me. I need to look it up.
Yeah. So there's that line, and then there's also the Buffalo Bill line, when he has her in the hole and he's having her put the lotion.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. But the actual line is it rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Wow, I don't even remember that scene well enough to determine which one I think it is.
Yeah, and then that's when he tells her to put the lotion in the basket, and she doesn't. He's like, put the lotion in the fucking basket.
Okay.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket. And then she screams, and he goes, oh. He screams with her.
Okay, hold on.
Remember that?
Because I'm trying to think. Yeah,
put the lotion in the fucking basket.
I think I remember the whole, but like, was it in his house, in his attic, or basement?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm remembering it.
And he has a little dog.
Yeah,
that's when he does that dancing with the makeup.
Doesn't
and
she
tucks in his
try
wiener.
and like lure the dog in?
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that, yeah.
To get him to come down because the dog is like, I guess, his pride and joy.
Yeah.
Right? Am I remembering it correctly?
Yeah. Okay. And like he would refer to her as it because he doesn't like to like see them as an actual person.
Rewatch.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good movie. I just every time I think of that scene though, I keep on getting it like half of my brain is remembering the movie and then half of my brain is thinking of Joe Dirt because remember they do basically that same like scene in Joe Dirt.
Oh, okay.
But he's in the hole and he rubs lotion on his skin. He's like, all right, I did it. Now give me what I want. And he brings him down to Auto Trader magazine.
Oh my God.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, this is great. This is fun.
Right.
So far.
What's your next movie?
So this is actually the last one that I have written down. So I have actually always said Sex in the City, but it's actually Sex and the City. So that's an example of like how you were saying how we see Sex and City and then we just fill in whatever we think in the middle.
Right? Yeah. Damn. That's crazy.
So
this fucking fan, let me bring it out a little bit.
It's what?
This fan.
Oh.
So an interesting note on that is, you know how I found out about that myself?
What?
Is one time I was at a flea market and there was like one of the booths or whatever. It was in Corpus. It was the Corpus Flea Market. It was the Trade Center.
Ew.
That's what it's called. Yeah. Because like in Corpus Christi, when I lived there, there was just nothing really to, there's nothing really to do there. So one of the things is, you go to the Trade Center, on the weekend or something, hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Trade Center is kind of, yeah, I know. But anyway, so you go, but it's cool to have experience. You get the corn you know.
Well, the corn cup.
That was one thing that was really good. Yeah, that corn with all that stuff on it.
We're just going off about Trade Center snacks.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get the beers and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I go to this, there's like this perfume shop in there, you know, because it's indoors, so this perfume little booth or whatever. So I go, and I can tell that literally all these perfumes and colognes are like knockoffs, because they always have like, you know, a different, like, you know, the same name but always a little different.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people they have actually got with this, because there was one and it said Sex in the City, and I was like, oh, that's the name of the show. Like, this is the actual I'm like, what's different with it? Like, you know, I'm looking for the different spelling or the different font. I'm like, no, it's the exact same. It was said Sex in the City. Well, I looked it up on my phone right then and there, and I found out, oh shit, the show is actually called Sex and the City. So I was like, they literally, the freaking knockoff cologne must be killing it on that perfume, or when it was big, they must have been killing it, because how many people literally think it's Sex in the City?
A lot.
Yeah, or how many like husbands or boyfriends buy gifts? Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, it's cheap. I get it. But it's really Sex and the City. So that's probably like the number one. That's a knockoff Mandela effect right there.
Imagine like a husband going, it's like, oh my God, like this is a steal. Like, I'm going to buy this.
Right.
My wife is the biggest fan, you know?
Yeah.
Gives it to her and she's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because I think the true fans are the ones that know that it's Sex and the City.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking about that mid explaining it. That's when I was like, well, especially dudes would be the ones.
Yeah.
It would be the target dummies for this. Yeah, I mean, because if
that's how all dudes remember it.
Yeah, because if you were really into the show and I was somewhere, you know, and I saw that for, you know, like a cheap price, and I was like, oh, that literally looks the exact same. I'll take it. You know, that's how they get you, man. That's
actually funny. That's a funny story.
Oh, jeez.
Do you have any more movie ones?
Well, a few other ones. Well, Forrest Gump, for example. This is another example of two that I've heard. Of course, life is like a box of chocolates. Right? You've heard that.
Yes, I've heard that one.
I haven't heard this one, but apparently it's been used. Is life used to be like a box of chocolates. So basically, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Or life used to be like a box of chocolates. The actual line is, life was like a box of chocolates. Because if you remember, when he's on the bench and he's talking to people, he's
talking about the past.
Yeah, he's talking about everything. So the line is, life was like a box of chocolates. You never
I didn't
know.
think of it that way.
Yeah.
If I would have actually sat and thought, like, oh, well, he's talking about past tense, that would have made so much sense.
And again, that movie too, like, I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Tom Hanks and everything right now, but, you know, please don't let it be true, because I want to enjoy movies like that, because that's a great movie.
Big.
Yeah, big. Yeah. Oh, God, my childhood,
Toy
man.
Story,
Toy Story, yeah. Maybe that's the problem. My childhood. Maybe that's the problem. There's a problem with old Mr. Hanks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the world unfolds now that
we'll see.
We have all these, you know. I don't know. Let's continue. God, I want to say so much, but
I know, right?
Gotta wait, Tom. I'm in the position to do so, people. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pick your battles.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, another one, Mr. Rogers. A lot of people remember A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, right? It's actually A Beautiful Day in This Neighborhood.
What?
And the movie they just made is actually called, right, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah, so they literally got the Mandela Effect wrong in the movie. Because it would essentially need to be called A Beautiful Day in This Neighborhood. But like I said, the false memories, hearing things wrong, it could just be what our brain is more comfortable with saying, you know, because
there's nothing wrong with that.
Because literally you know, if I say A Beautiful Day in This Neighborhood enough, it's like my brain is gonna start hurting because I want to say A Beautiful Day in the neighborhood. Sometimes it's just
the
things.
Little people in your brain are gonna be like,
they're just like, no,
we
want this. Put the luggage in the back of basket.
I'm picturing like that episode of SpongeBob where they're like all in his brain.
They're looking for the files. Remember, wasn't there a point where he like lost it and it's like all on fire and they're all going crazy?
Like, oh my God, the printer's burning.
They're like shredding everything, getting rid. Oh, that's great.
Wow.
I love it. Oh no, yeah, but you know, Well, Caylin, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't even talked about it. Caylin just had a birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was my B-day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it was. Have you been enjoying your birthday week or weekend so far?
Weekend, yes. Yeah. I got lucky. My birthday fell on a Friday.
Nice. That's great. Yeah, we got pretty drunk, so.
Oh my God,
I woke up not feeling well.
I want to talk about that. We just chugged like 5 Gatorades.
Right? Oh my God, like I didn't even know I needed Gatorade. And like I said, when I drank it, it's like my body was just like, I want more. Like, give me all of this.
He's like,
and then my tum hurt. Because I drank too much Gatorade. Yeah. It's not good on an empty stomach, but like I said, when you're dehydrated, what the fuck? My microphone just fell like a limp wiener. Jesus. If only we had video right now. It just literally went limp on me. Here. Put it up. Put a little more erect. There we go. Jokes, people, and never be afraid to laugh at yourself. But anyway, the point I was going to get to is we're both of the, I'm a little bit older than you, but we're both under 30, so we're of the younger generation, so we grew up with SpongeBob, so we need an episode on SpongeBob. Because I bet there's a lot of people that probably listen to it. I mean, who doesn't like SpongeBob?
Yeah. Our top favorite SpongeBob eps.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Mine are all the old ones, though, because I literally, it came out when I was, little.
And lists are my fave. That's why I don't mind doing like that.
Whoa.
Or doing like the top 10.
Logan just mid snore. Jesus Christ, need to get that dog a sleep apnea machine.
I know, right? That'd be funny.
So yeah, we have fun here, people. But anyway, another let's see, do I have any other movie ones? No, everyone knows a Star Wars one by now. He doesn't say Luke, I am your father, even though people want him to say that because the actual line is, no, I am your father. Yeah. But if you're just quoting the movie or want to quote that line, it sounds better to say, Luke, I'm your father. So get out of here.
Have you heard the other Star Wars one? I saw it, but I don't know why I thought. Oh, yeah, with his leg.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah, see, that's just people that are not observant.
I know, literally. Yeah. I have just like some random ones. So this is going to be like a variety of like food and mainly food. I just realized.
We'll start with the food one. That's fun.
Okay, so a food one. Have you heard the peanut butter Mandela Effect? The Jif brand?
Is Jiffy?
No, it's Jif. GIF. It's
see, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. That one kind of freaked me out. But I think I always thought, I knew it was Jif. I thought Jiffy was like a nickname for it.
Maybe I'm thinking of Jiffy Lube. Could be it.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Yeah.
People are just mixing up the two.
Yeah, it happens.
Another one I have, Oreos, double stuff. 2 F's or 1 F.
Of course, it's 2.
It's 1.
Really?
Yes.
STUF?
STUF. Mm-hmm.
Really? That doesn't even look right in my head.
It doesn't look right when you look at it. I confirmed it
when you think
I didn't believe
stuff,
it either.
like Oreos double stuff, you think 2 F's.
Even too on the mega stuff. So you know how double stuff, they have it like just like written on top on the packaging? Well, for mega stuff, you know how they have mega stuff in like the cream part of the cookie written on there. It's mega and then STUF.
Really?
Yeah.
Mega stuff. No, that needs to be 2.
Mega stuff.
3. Mega stuff.
Extra stuff.
Wispy. Okay, so that got me.
You have a couple to name?
I don't have any food ones, do you?
Oh. So you just want me to name all my food ones?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So
you're better for the timestamps.
Yeah, so these actually deal with food, but I'm realizing it has a lot to do with the packaging, not the food itself, obviously. So, Kit Kat, have you ever heard that one?
The one about the dash?
The dash in the middle. I thought it had the dash.
Did it?
It doesn't.
Nice.
Yeah, so. Are you familiar with the Laughing Cow cheese?
No.
You know what the Laughing Cow cheese is.
I know what it is, but no.
Oh, sorry. I meant, are you familiar with the product?
I know you give me a look like it was dumb. Like it was a momo.
No, we just understood differently.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Laughing Cow, so the packaging, the cow on it, a lot of people think that she has a nose ring. And she doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't be able to tell you the way because I've never looked at the fucking Laughing Cow. Like,
right?
Oh, he has a nose ring.
Pay attention to
Jesus
that.
Christ, I just picked up my pen and I dropped it again. Good thing I have a couple pennos right here. when I don't want to move, because I finally, after moving this mic around 20 times in this podcast, I finally found a comfortable position.
Yeah. So speaking of, funny I mentioned cup o' pens. Have you ever heard the one about the cup of noodles?
No.
So
cup noodles?
Yeah, it's cup noodles, but people think it's cup o' noodles.
I learned that from Final Fantasy 15.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Literally, it was the stupidest part of the game. I guess they had a cup noodle like ad or something.
Yeah.
So, because Final Fantasy 15, you play, you're this one guy, but you're a group of 4 guys. So you basically have 3 friends that help you out, and then one guy is like a tall, like the brute guy, you know, the one with the muscles and stuff. So in the point of the game, you go to a cup noodle stand to buy cup noodles, because in this is like a RPG, or like RPG, type game. Wouldn't say full RPG, but anyway, I'm not gonna get into all the differences. But anyway, you have to. It's like one of those games where you have to eat and stuff. So you go to restaurants and stuff, or you go to one place where the only place to eat is like a cup noodle stand, if I remember correctly. So literally for like 5 minutes, it goes like cuts to like like the camera scene, or the video game doing the scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And they literally like did this giant ad basically for cup noodles, where the tall brute one was literally talking about how much he loved cup noodles. So he literally said the word cup noodles like 100 times in this, like, it was essentially an in-game ad, and they're talking about how good it is and all this other stuff. So yeah, that's why when you said it, I was like, oh, cup noodles.
But the fact part about it is people are basically just still living in the old time, because when it was actually first created, the cup, it actually was named Cup o' Noodles until 1993, when they changed it to Cup Noodles.
See, that's what I was thinking of. Like, how many of these is like actually like maybe these companies fucking with us, like them changing
just
it,
switching it up and not telling us.
Yeah. Like logos do that.
Cool,
logos change all the time.
Yeah.
And it could just be like, shit, how many times in like just things we're working on, we're like, oh, we want that to be just a little different.
Yeah.
It just could be just like that with these places.
I know. Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Crazy. So many webs. Well, I mean, of course, we should mention too, like the whole reason why this is called the Mandela Effect. I would say it's relatively new, right? Because Nelson Mandela died in 2013, so this is essentially, it's only been around since then. Yeah, when it was called that, because when he died in 2013, he's a South African politician, right? I want to get that correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's a whole conspiracy and story around his story, so check that out if you're interested further in that. But basically, when he died in 2013, people were coming out saying like, no, like, we remember that he died in prison in the 1980s. Jesus. So that was essentially how the name came from. Yeah.
But I wonder, if he just died in 2013, then was there a name for these type
maybe
of
it was
situations before?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people have thought about it, and there's been, because a lot of these companies,
it's just never been given a name until
I guess maybe it had like a code name or something. I don't know. But and I feel like the Mandela Effect is a type of conspiracy that kind of needs to involve social media and stuff, because sharing all these differences, having to look them up and stuff like that. So maybe it's all relatively new.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah. See, we don't even know. Of course, there's the smaller ones like the Monopoly. Cool. I was literally writing down more sounds that we need to get for the soundboard, and we need to get some Brooklyn Nine-Nine ones.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be cool, because they do have some good quotes.
They do. Yeah. He's a mind freak.
Oh yes.
My favorite.
I just want to know how I did the trick. Yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine appreciation episode coming soon.
Coming soon.
But of course, the smaller ones like the Monopoly Man.
Oh yeah.
People remember him with the monocle. Of course, he has no monocle. And then Pikachu. People remember Pikachu from the Pokemon games, that he has that little bit. That he has that black spot at the end of his tail. The reason why I think people think that is because he has that on the top of his ears. He has a little black on the top of his ears.
Yes.
But his tail is in fact all yellow.
Wow.
There's no black mark at the end of the tail.
Yeah, I've heard that one. It's pretty crazy. That would be considered a gaming one, right? Or is that more like animation?
I would say it's probably the only gaming one. You can do either or.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Don't forget Fruit Loops.
Oh, it's 2 O's, right?
It's 2 O's, yeah, but people
it's not
just
the actual word
fruit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Looney Tunes. It's not TOO. It's TUNES.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was selected on the mic.
Oh.
I feel like I always think our mics sound bad, but then when I edit it, I'm like, oh, it actually doesn't sound as bad.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, guys, if you're ever listening to this episode and you come across an episode where we sound like shit, let us know so we can know what to fix. Yeah. Anyway,
have you heard the one about Oscar Mayer?
Yes. How do you spell it? It's a spelling, right?
So it's actually Mayer, but
people think it's M-E.
M-E, yeah, because that's how Myers. But a lot of people spell Myers also without like the E or the A. It's just M-Y-E-R-S.
I see. That's how I would spell it.
So
if you ask me,
yeah,
that's crazy. But then again, I've never actually sat and fucking looked at the package.
I know, right?
I'm like, oh, that's how you spell it. I guess there's people. Maybe that's why I'm dumb and I can't spell things because I never actually pay attention to how it's spelled.
Yeah, I think the people who realize this stuff before we do are the people who pay attention to the surroundings. But like extra.
You're the special one, people. Your medal's in the mail.
Yeah.
With the music one, I wanted to go over.
Yeah.
Because like I said, music is. You could mishear it, misinterpret it. Like I said, your brain can fill things in anytime. But the crazy thing is Queen, We Are the Champions.
Oh.
I can tell you 100% because I can hear Freddie Mercury singing it in my head. At the end of this song, it says, "We are the champions," and then pause, "of the world."
Yeah.
I hear Freddie Mercury singing that shit in my head. I can hear it.
Are you sure it's not Chicken Little?
That they say that in Chicken Little?
Yes.
But see, because in the real song they don't say "of the world." It just ends on "We Are the Champions."
But it's in the Chicken Little where he's singing it, and then "of the world."
That might be where my brain remembers it because I've seen that movie multiple times as a kid.
Yeah.
So. Wow.
Rewatches Chicken Little.
I know we need to watch. Well, because I don't think I've paid attention 100% to that movie as a kid. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I've only seen it like 3 times, but in school, and you know how that goes. Mm-hmm. You're talking to your friends, kind of BSing, and then the movie's just on. It's like when you're done with all the tests at the end of the year and you're just chilling.
Yes.
Those are always the best days of school when you did nothing.
Yeah. I'm like, they're the best. Like if I still do it.
Right. Oh, that. What was your favorite class in school?
My favorite class, if I had to choose out of all the classes that I actually took, it would be my ceramics class.
Nice.
Yeah. What about yours?
I always like science and history.
Science would probably be my next one.
Science and world history and world geography.
I didn't really like those. I liked geography, but I don't really like the history one.
Well, because honestly, maybe it's because I live in U.S. and Texas, but I always thought like U.S. history and Texas history was boring.
Yeah.
But like world history, I was always infatuated with like other cultures and like learning the history of like, and then you find out like certain things like certain phenomena that happen in like one culture is like happen in another culture, like for example like the Great Flood. I liked that stuff.
Yeah, there was actually a class in my high school that I wasn't able to take. And I think it was because there was like a mix-up. I had to like retake a class or something like that. Some bullshit. And I never got the chance to take it, and it was astronomy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, see, that's... I took astronomy in college.
Really?
Yes, and it was...
Hard?
Fucking hard. It was fucking hard because I don't like math, Yeah. I like... When it comes to like angles, like basically geometry and stuff, I can get down with that.
Oh, fuck, geometry. I almost failed that.
Oh, I love geometry. See, that was like the only thing of math that I actually loved was geometry because it was it was like cool and easy to me. I don't know, for some reason I like angles.
Yeah. My teacher was nice enough to help me because I was not going to pass.
Really?
Yeah, she was so sweet.
Well, see, like math is, a lot of people, math is hard, but what was I going to say?
Did I ever tell you I almost failed junior year?
No, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How? Because I almost didn't pass my chemistry class, and my
chemistry. That's fun.
No, I mean I did have fun. Yeah, the majority of it, we made ice cream and volcanoes and shit, and we celebrated Mole Day. That was my favorite.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but point of the story, yeah. So I was gonna make a 69 for the semester. Damn. And she bumped it to a 71 for me, and it passed me.
You're the real MVP.
I know.
Oh no, that's the best. Especially like going to high school, because I spent like 3 years of my. Well, I just might as well say all of high school because, I moved like in the beginning of freshman year. Okay. But anyway, I spent basically all of my high school like in the country, or like especially in Texas, in the middle of nowhere. What's gonna be huge? Football. Yeah. Everyone loves football. So if you played football in high school, you literally like you aced everything, and then as soon as football season was over, you were back to failing.
Wow.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
Like literally, the teachers, like if they helped out all the, they gave special privileges.
Football,
for football.
Because it was so special.
Yeah, like our quarterback's failing, but he needs to play. You better bump up that grade. Yeah, that's our school system, people.
Damn.
Oh
still
God,
happens.
U.S. and Texas, we're rocking it.
Yeah.
We're setting a great example, for education. Great example, people.
Fruit of the Loom, actually, people think that on the logo there has always been a cornucopia, but there hasn't. It's just the fruit.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
that.
I can see the cornucopia, like it looks like it goes there,
Right.
but I don't ever remember it being there.
Huh.
Me personally, it's never been there. So yeah,
Was
that's
it?
crazy, right?
Maybe we're just thinking of like a Thanksgiving picture.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in a corner, like if you go during Thanksgiving and you're getting decorations, you get a cornucopia and it's filled with like fruits and stuff.
Oh shit.
So I think that's where we're pulling it from, our knowledge of Thanksgiving.
Jesus. Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Before the Pilgrims slaughtered all the Indians.
Jesus. I just like to think about the food when it comes to Thanksgiving.
Right. That's my people, man.
Yeah.
Never forget what they did. Hey, I'm Spanish and Native American, so I could be a product of that shit. Life is fucking crazy, people.
I know. Crazy. Just one more that I want to mention. So, Tony the Tiger, Frosted Flakes. I never knew he had a blue nose.
He does?
He does.
But the box is blue. Why does his nose be blue?
I don't know.
You're doing
His
that
nose
tiger
is blue.
powder.
I've always thought it was just black, like a tiger's nose. I don't know.
Well, maybe because the tiger's not supposed to be eating fucking Frosted Flakes. Maybe he's fucking has some kind of disease. His nose turned blue.
Too many Frosted Flakes.
Too many Frosted Flakes. He's smelling all that sugar all the time.
Oh my god.
And fucking like cocaine for him. It just rots his nose. Turns it blue.
Oh my god. Just all these theories about Tony the Tiger.
Jesus. This is an XSplit podcast, people. We have it on the thing. Explicit. What did I say?
XSplit.
What the fuck? I'm thinking of the see, that's not a Mandela Effect. That's
not.
There's a video program I downloaded called XSplit.
Oh, that's where you're thinking.
Yeah, because I've been trying to mess around with different. That's probably where I got it.
Oh.
Explicit. This is Explicit podcast. Maybe that's why we haven't gotten any advertisers. Advertisers listen to this podcast are like, what the fuck are these people talking about? Limp microphone ding dongs and rotten cocaine tiger noses.
I know,
like,
right? People probably think we're weird.
It's all right. I don't care.
Yeah.
We are who we are, and guess what? There's probably a million people that would listen to this and think they're weird, but guess what? There's probably 100 people that think like, man, these are my type of people.
Yeah.
And those are the people these podcasts are for. These are for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Do you have any more?
No, I do not.
Okay, so I'm going to close out with two that aren't really Mandela effects, but upon searching some of these Mandela effects, I thought these were pretty interesting. But, and I forgot to put this movie one, so I put it, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. People think that's what it's called, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but it's actually called How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, I knew it was How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah. That's one of my favorite movies. Ones. See, so I guess it takes like a real true friend to actually know what the...
pay attention. Yeah. That's all it is.
Right?
The more we talk about this, people, the more we're like, you know what? This isn't no proof of alternate reality. This is proof that we're fucking dumb and we need to pay attention.
We need to pay attention. God.
That's great. So, I would say this is more propaganda than anything, but everyone, the saying lion is the king of the jungle. Everyone knows that, and it could be because, Lion King, of course, could be because of the song in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps at night, whatever. Wumba, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But in reality, the lion is not the king of the jungle. A tiger actually is, because even because tigers have been scientifically proven to be larger, smarter, and faster than lions, and the smallest, I guess you could say, the smallest full-grown tiger would be a small female Balinese tiger. A small female Balinese tiger skull is actually as large as a huge-grown male Southern African lion skull.
Wow!
So that just goes to show size comparison if you want to prove the skulls.
Wow!
So essentially, tigers are the real king of the jungles.
Wow!
So
I will always remember that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome. That's a good one.
I forgot this Mandela effect.
What?
Well, there's a George Washington one I want to start with, because this one's crazy, and this just goes to show propaganda, another form of propaganda, and how there's a lot of people that once they hear it their whole life, they'll go with, oh yeah, that's right, that's how it goes. Everyone knows George Washington, I cannot tell a lie. You know the story of George Washington, how he cannot tell a lie, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, first, Mandela Effect this is the actual Mandela Effect. A lot of people think it was Abraham Lincoln that said that he can't tell a lie, but it wasn't. It was actually George Washington. That's where he comes from. But in fact, he never said that at all. No one did. No one ever said that. George Washington never said it. Lincoln never said it. It was actually a guy named, I have it here, Mason Locke Weems. He was a minister and a book salesman. He was trying to sell books. So after George Washington died, he edited his autobiography and added the story of how he can't tell a lie, essentially to sell more books on his biography after he died. So he never even fucking said that. It was basically a white lie that lived on through all this time, and people today still think that he said I can tell a lie.
That
but
just
no,
goes
it was
to show,
all made
look
up.
how long ago that was.
You know, and you know, I mean, this kind of segues to the next topic. You know, just how anyone can add things in certain history, and then people think that it's, you know, people think that's text in stone. That it's not really. The Bible. Here's another one. A lot of people, and I've heard, you know, you hear people on Instagram, rappers, everyone says this line, money is the root of all evil, because it says that in the Bible, right? No, it doesn't. It actually says the love of money is the root of all evil.
That makes more sense.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a good one.
Learn something new every day.
Oh yes. Yeah. So we'll close out with that, people. If you made it this far, again, you're the people that we're here for. We love you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Let us know any more Mandela Effects you have. Maybe we'll start doing things like when we do these lists, we'll start doing a commentator's version of these podcasts where, you know, we'll shout you out your name or Instagram, whatever you want. And if you give us Mandela Effects, we'll read yours on the pod. So let us know, reach out to us. And that's all we got.
That's all we got today.
Yeah. Of course, the CayVin Universe on Instagram. Follow us, DM us, let us know your thoughts, any more Mandela Effects you have, especially gaming, guys, gaming and music. Like we said, that's
specifically, because we didn't have very many of those.
Yeah, and then
we'd like to know more. And
if there's any more like on space or anything like that, that would be cool. But you know, that's all like scientific, so I don't really think there's Mandela Effects on that. Yeah. Like I said, you know, things like that involves actually scientific brains. There tends to be no Mandela Effects.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, what else you got, babe?
I don't know. I'm just tired after yesterday. Party too hard.
That's the thing. You're getting to that 25, but now that I'm over 25, I'm like, when I go too hard one night, I feel it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But it was
getting older people.
It was fun.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
And mind you guys, it was just us two. So that just goes to show we have so much fun just together.
Just us two. Yeah. That's why we do this podcast. Because we're perfect because we're like similar, but we're so different at the same time, but in ways that make us click. You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. That's great.
Love you.
I love it. I love you. Happy birthday again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So, anything you need, reach out to us. Let us know. Yeah. Even if, you know, I know we know a lot of people are going through hard times right now. You know, you always have someone out there, you know, either family, friends, someone out there to reach out to. Reach out to them. Let them know you need someone or you need to talk to somebody.
Some advice,
some advice. So reach out to the people around you. Exactly. But if you feel like you're alone, you feel like you have no one, listen, we're not the type of people to judge. You know, no one's in really a place to judge anyone. And like I said before, unless you're doing something that's, you know, affected me in a way I don't like it, or you're breaking the law, then yes, maybe we'll judge you. But if you just feel like you want to talk to somebody, you can always reach out to us. We're always here for you. And I just say that because I know, you know, a lot of people are going through a hard time right now. And, you know, times like this, a lot of people feel like that they don't have people to talk to. And when you were talking about the fun we have together, it just brought this up in my mind that, you know, that's important to have someone there for you. You know, and like I said, I'm a loner person at heart. I'm a hermit. I like to be alone. I don't like to be around large groups of people. But since we've been together, it's morphed into just me and you because like I love to just be around you. You know what I mean? And everyone deserves that. Everyone needs to have someone, a friend, you know, loved one, family member, someone that you just have around you that just makes your life better. You know, so that's really
how I
awesome.
Feel about you too.
Thank you, baby. All right, guys, we're gonna stop the sad stuff, but we are here for you guys. Like I said, if you made it this far, then you're the ones that we're here for. We love you, peace and love, and you will hear from us soon.
Bye, guys.